Internet, how is it going? We are back at the High Performer Man Testing HQ. Today, Ben is getting tested in with the doc, getting his blood paneling done, getting a full MOT for his health, for the next stage of wealth as we reprogram him. And I will let Ben explain when he arrives in about 10 minutes. I'm going to do a short interview with him and I'll let him explain why he's here and what the next level of wealth looks like. But first things first, apologies. I had such a morning vlog planned and ADHD Steve planned his train for 7:19 apparently. In my brain it was 7:49. So I just jumped out the shower, ready to get my breakfast out, ready to speak to the camera, and I had about 8 minutes before I had to leave. So I had to get my shit together. I don't even know what's in my bag, I'm not gonna lie. Everything got launched in. I don't even know if I've got the right stuff to train afterwards, but it all got launched in and we are here. That's all that matters. So another thing, I had my first challenge as an influencer. I was on the train, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this on the train, you know, full of confidence. Listen, guys, I am not somebody who's shy at all. I will whip the camera out in pretty much any place, but sat on the train, just about to get it out, the doors shut and it went completely silent. And I was like, I can't do it. It's one of the only times I've ever thought to myself, I just can't do it. You could hear a pin drop, and with my energy, I think 150 heads would have turned in that moment in time and either would have burst out laughing or burst out crying. So I opted not to do it. So as you can see, it looks like I'm in Spain or something, but we are not. Weather is absolutely beautiful. And like I said, I'm a little bit early and I'm really excited. We're gonna get Ben tested. I'm gonna video you and show you what the doc does. The doc has his own auditing phase, which is obviously a lot more detailed on a doctor's level, biological level, to ensure that Ben gets the care specific to him. Again, if you are watching this as a man in business, it's extremely important that you get a level of care for you on an individual level. A generic program is not going to work for you. A generic man's group is not going to work for you. A generic business coach is not going to work for you. Why? Your central nervous system's different, your stresses are different, you are different on a biological level, you have different levels of body fat, your training's different, your family's different, your business is different, the amount of staff you have is different, the load on your body is different. Need I go on? That's why here we take such an individual care for you as a man on a foundational specific level. I hope I get that across as much as it is important to me. So yeah, you're gonna see us go inside when Ben arrives soon, see what the doc does, see him work his magic, and yeah, another one closer to changing the world, another step closer, another human closer, another entrepreneur closer. One by one, the domino effect, we will change men's lives, men's and business lives, one by one. Now, the goal eventually is to change every man's lives on the planet, but men in business need me now more than ever. So that is my contextual purpose right now, which is go for the brothers who need me most. And one day I will touch every man's life, but for now, it is men's in business lives, because I know from a place of where I was all them years ago, why such individual care is needed. The specifics for how can I explain it? A monster, let's call business a monster, which is sold to be so miserable. And that is not true. The people who sell you it to be miserable are the men who never took real care of themselves and are the men who refuse to rise. So use the ego to sell this dream that miserable has to be, sacrifice absolutely everything. And I say absolutely no to them men, and I'm gonna change that one by one man at a time, and that's why we are here. And you know, funny enough, as I pulled up and I was just about to whip the camera out, a man got out of his Mercedes in gym gear. I think, well, he owns that business just directly behind the camera, and I was like, I'm having a conversation with this guy, 120 grand car in his gym stuff, and I simply said to him, brother, off the gym? He went, no, I've been in the gym. I said, oh, early one? And he said, absolutely, I can't physically cope and go through my day without training first. And you know, it lights my soul up. Another one, I told him what I'd done, got his number. And this is again proof. This is all the proof I need. The universe keeps sending me little messages. Entrepreneurship is changing. Men in business is changing. You once sold the dream that you need to basically collapse on the ground and faint and not breathe in any oxygen and not see your family and be fat and overweight and die early to be hugely successful. And guess what, brothers? The world is changing. I'm ahead of the curve. heads ahead of the curve. That's why we've come together to form what we have formed, because without you being your best self, without training, without looking after yourself, without getting your foundations right, you cannot lead yourself, you can't lead your business, and you can't lead your family. So how men see the world, how men see business, absolutely all of it's changing. Men are realising that without looking at the man in the mirror, being proud and filling his own cup up every single day, he can't physically perform because he'll just overload the system and you're just ready to break. You just, and listen, I know this more than anybody, because why do you think I'm doing this? Why do you think I'm here? So yeah, absolutely unbelievable. Here's a Range Rover right now. If he's in a gym stuff, he's getting questioned as well. And brothers, this is why I love it. This is my life's work. This is why I was sent to this planet, to call men up to a higher standard. If you aren't confident enough to approach me, my energy, who I am as a man, my integrity to want the best for you, I'll just simply say, brother, how's business going? Do you need my help? If so, let's rock and roll. Here he is now. Come on. Yes, come on. Yo, my brother.
All right, mate.
You good, lad?
Fucking M62.
I hate. I got PTSD off that thing.
Today we're going to do your full longevity blood. So we end up spending them on the centrifuge over there. Yeah. First will tell us absolutely everything, and then we'll have like an hour to go through these together. And after this, we'll refer for the DEXA as well. You know, like the full body composition, visceral fat, bone density, metabolic resting rate, all that stuff. Yeah. So when we do the review, we need these back and we need the DEXA done. Yeah. So it's normally, we'll say 10 to 14 days after today. Yeah. By the time we've got through the DEXA and stuff like that, because it's obviously got to fit around your schedule. Yeah. And then we'll go through everything.
So my brother Ben has joined the programme recently, and as you can see, we're in getting his bloods done right now. So first question is, Ben, what have you realised the importance of combining business and health?
Well, my business wouldn't exist without me prioritising myself, and over the last 5 years I've pretty much neglected the latter. The business has survived on chaos, and that's a direct reflection of my internal state and some of the things that I don't have in place. So that's why we're here today.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of businessmen don't understand the importance of you, the foundation of the whole business. If the captain of this ship is ready to collapse, the whole business will collapse, the whole family will collapse, and it's not a nice sight when we get to that breaking point, because we need to ensure, well, anyway, it's like, why even allow it to get to that point, right?
Yeah, well, it's got to that point just because I thought that everything business-wise would solve everything, and that's not the case. It's the opposite. Everything personally, intimately, myself, has to reflect outwards.
If everything stayed the same as it's been the past 6 months, how would business and life look?
The business had continued to survive on chaos, no processes, no systems, and life would be a direct reflection of that as well. I've got a 4-year-old little girl that needs to see her dad start prioritising himself, because if she grows up to be as kind of chaotic and driven with one thing only, she's not going to end up the best person that she can be.
So would you say the importance of your daughter now seeing the man and leader you're becoming in business, family life, relationships is your main priority now?
Yeah, it's the only priority. Yeah, the only priority.
You actually said to me the other day, you now want to be the dad who picks his little girl up on the school gates at 3 p.m. instead of business overruling your life and the chaos just completely consuming you.
Yeah.
Why have you not been able to do that before?
Well, she starts school in September, and I've always had this dream of just being the most active dad that I can be. Up until now, I've kind of relied heavily on my wife and family members to kind of pick up the baton where my little girl's concerned. I'm in her life as much as I possibly can be, but ultimately I've let my business dictate a large portion of it, particularly over the last sort of 4 or 5 years. We're a growing business. We've scaled incredibly. We've doubled our revenue. But that's not the important thing now. The important thing's being there for my little girl.
So do you think, before we had our conversations, before we spoke about the future of the business, do you think how you've been currently operating, you actually would have been able to spend this much time with your little girl and be the father to pick her up at school, or do you think life just would have consumed you?
Yeah, life would have consumed me, the business would have continued to consume me. Rather than putting myself and my family first and some of my own wants and needs, I've let my clients and the business dictate my life. So
after many conversations and you're coming on board, what is it you want out of this program most?
Structure, processes, systems in place for myself, and the realization that I can live my life and build myself to lead everybody in my life, business, personally, family, to lead better lives.
So we've only been working together for 2 weeks now, but I believe it's been extremely powerful. And with what we've gone through already, which is only a tiny drop in the ocean, you starting to see and believe with me by your side that it's completely possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and even some of the simple things regarding myself as a leader in business, relying on the team that I've got around me to do more of the day-to-day tasks. Usually I'd let those consume me and I'd sit on it and I'd fester on it and I'd just feel the weight of all those tasks kind of crushing me. But after a couple of calls with yourself, I've kind of lent on my team a little bit more and learnt to be a better leader, even in the first couple of weeks of being together. So, and I think that my team are starting to see the work that we're putting in together will actually start to benefit them, because I'm calling them up to be better people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting goosebumps as Ben's speaking, and you know, the reason why I do what I do is because I've been in Ben's situation, and every entrepreneur situation where you believe that business has to completely consume your life, and it doesn't have to be that way. I created this system because without having all pillars of life under one roof performing, then what is the point? What is the point in getting into business? To be miserable and unhappy? There's a life to be lived, and that's why we're here. And that's exactly why I connected so well with Ben, and I am just so excited for the future ahead. I make promises from my heart and I will deliver, and I hopefully you see the relationship we've all got here all at the High Performer Man with the Doc too, and it truly lights up my soul. Are you excited for the future, brother?
Yeah, buzzing for it.
So, Edward, bloods have just happened.
Yeah.
What's the machine? What's happening in the background? What's happening to his bloods now?
We just put the gold ones.
Come close to the mic.
Put the gold ones on the centrifuge,
Yeah.
because they've got to be spun for 10 minutes. That allows us to do like the fasting insulin, the homocysteine, all like the longevity stuff that you need. And we're obviously doing the TRT stuff, looking at testosterone, looking at like all of the other important things that you'll need to like smash out your business and perform. And then we'll get you into the DEXA scan over the next week or so.
Yeah.
So our doc's just commented on Ben's tests, what he's having here, and he said these are the tests Ben needs as a highly successful man, an entrepreneur for that next level of wealth. He's also a father, a partner. In medical terms, Ed, why is it so important for entrepreneurs to be getting this sort of testing?
They live a very high stress life, and it's all about high energy and trying to deliver. That's genuinely what entrepreneurs are doing, and because they're rule breakers, they're trying to push boundaries, but alongside that, their health is so important to actually achieve those goals. And if what we find with entrepreneurs, the ones that are truly successful, they are incredibly healthy and they're on it with their health. You can't sustain that level of effort over a period of time without being healthy. And what we see all the time is people on that journey, and in their initial stages, they don't know what their health is like, and they are guessing. So they're doing the scattergun approach of, I've seen this thing online, I'm going to try all of these things, and then they still don't know where they're at. So they're just completely guessing. If we get the right data, if we do the right tests, and it's run by hopefully clinicians,
Which we are doing right now.
then we know exactly what we need to do, and we can do it on a data level rather than just guessing.
I think a huge message here as well for entrepreneurs watching this. I don't know if people watch this believe that we want them to stop. You're looking at three men who are highly successful in their own right, who need output. You need pressure as a man in business. So we don't want you to stop. We just want you to be able to hold the demands of pressure, business life, all under one roof together. And in return, you get to perform better. The business rises, the finances rise, the kids get a better father, the partner gets a better partner, and just overall you can hold the level and capacity of what you need to run a business and do what you want to do in life. Without becoming more, the system will collapse. Agreed, brother?
Agreed.
There we go. Nice, bro. So men, leg session done. We're gonna finish off with some ski egg. Yeah, what do you reckon? 14 calories each, times 10. So we're gonna go 14 calories each, on, off. So 140 calories in total each. He does 14, I do 14, in our breakfast, in our day. Get some cardiovascular health in. You see, high performer man, we want you a part of it, but you got to put your money where your mouth is, brothers. Yeah? You first. Me first. Let's go. Start it again. He's an absolute unit. I'm gonna struggle here. His output to mine is ridiculous. I'm already fucked. You see, business doesn't have to be lonely. Sold the dream that has to cost you everything. 5 years ago, I used to look down at me and go, life's got to be worth more than this. I had the money, but so lonely, miserable, low on health, relationship falling apart, you name it. That wasn't wealthy. What is wealthy is this now. Men on the same level, all want the same thing, and he's beating me. Fuck, what's next? Nah.
154.
Oh, fuck. Good. You know, so many people told me it wasn't possible. Look now, bringing entrepreneurs together who all value what I value: health, money, finances, time, freedom, health, wealth, all of it. You all told me to slow down, but this is why I created what I'm creating, brothers. What a life. Freedom. Ah, empty it, lad. Let's go. Come on. Empty it. Empty. What have you got? Time. 11:15. 11:15. Well then, bro. He's a fucking beast. Pulling power. Well then, lad. Woo! Hey, that's a good time, man, you know?
Yeah.
Any words?
280. 11:20. Sub 11 next time.
Sub 11 next time? I mean, should be in work now, right? But no life, is it, bro?
Not without this.
Not without this. There's no life without this, without this. Mental health, physical health, spiritual health. Time to do what you love. And that's what we're creating here. Check out there. Well done, my boy. Brothers, I am so full of love. I am closing out this YouTube with my heart full, my soul full, my purpose and meaning stronger than ever. You know, 5-6 years ago, this wasn't the case. I was a man with money, but I was broken. I used to look down at my hands, nose full of blood off the weekend vendor of cocaine, alcohol making me want to jump off bridges, my whole life falling apart around me, the bank balance full, but every single pillar of life was just crumbling around me. And I used to look down at my hands and I used to say to myself, there's got to be more to life than this. I used to say to my therapist, there's got to be more to life than this. There's got to be, because I have the money, I have what they say success is, and I just don't feel what they say success should be. I have it, and I just want more. And through my journey of promising myself I'm going to empty the tank, I said I will empty the tank until I truly find what this life is meant to give me. I didn't care about the money because I had it. I didn't care about anything else. I didn't care about losing nothing because everything I had wasn't it. So I wasn't really losing anything at all. If anything, I was just making space for what was always mine. and I'm stood outside of a train station right now. I don't care about anybody who looks at me. I don't, because this is what I was put on this earth to do. I am just full of every single positive emotion you can ever imagine. I could only dream 5 years ago putting together what I'm putting together now with the High Performer Man. This morning we went and got Ben's bloods done. We aim to get him 10 years back of his life. We ensure that he is here to operate truly his best self for not only his business but his family too. We have the numbers through the auditing stage for the next level of wealth and success, and he can't step into them numbers without knowing where he's at on a biological level. We can't truly progress into that next level of wealth without understanding where he's at a health, fitness, foundational level. And that's why the High Performer Man, everything is built around a man on an individual level, because if we don't know you as an individual, nothing is ever going to work. And not only this morning did we go and get his bloods done, afterwards we went and got some food, and then we done a training session together, and there was no coach mask there. There was no I am better than this man. There's no he is better than me. We were just brothers, being men, training, valuing the same thing, pulling each other up to a higher standard. And I could only dream of what I'm doing right now all them years ago. I'd get a mindset coach and he'd tell me focus on mindset. I'd get a purpose coach, just focus on your purpose. Health coach, you just need to focus on your health. I'd get a high performance coach. I'd get a coach to do with business. And he always used to tell me, just focus on the one thing. And he used to say, I cannot just focus on one pillar, because I knew as a man, without every single pillar coming together, there would be no me. Without me truly bringing together every single pillar of life, I would never truly find meaning. And you can say, how do you know that? Well, I had all the money, one pillar, I felt lost. I had statistics as a professional athlete, I felt lost. I got a purpose coach and chased the wrong purpose, I felt lost. My relationship was falling apart, I got relationship coaches, I was still lost. So through all of this money spent and all of these different avenues gone down as a man on my own personal journey, finance coaches, fucking investment coaches, accountants, where am I going to put my money, property portfolios, you name it, I've had it. That's why I just don't care. And that's why I'm studying now with my heart full. And it was only once a dream. It was once people telling me I'm crazy. It was once everybody telling me it's not possible. It was once everybody saying, no, just focus on what's in front of you. What you're trying to do, you're going to overwhelm yourself. Overwhelm yourself. This is my purpose. This is my meaning. I'm not overwhelming myself. If anything, I don't want to stop. And that's why you don't listen to people who don't know you on a level you know yourself. And it's here. Brothers, we're doing it. We are changing men's lives. We are truly changing the world. And I am taking on the Goliath for markets. Entrepreneurs who were sold the dream that it has to be miserable, that you have to sacrifice absolutely everything in the pursuit of business. And then someday you might just feel wealthy and successful, and they're wrong. Every single one of them are wrong. Why? Because I've lived and breathed it. So what am I doing now? I'm putting together every single entrepreneur needs all under one roof. We're not a business mentorship, we're not a health coach, we're not a purpose coach. We are absolutely everything together, all under one roof, so you never need a single coach ever again. We bring so much meaning and progression to your life. I hope you never want to leave us, and that is the goal. So brothers, what more can I say? I am full of love, full of joy. I'm going to sign this out. Like I said, just being with Ben there, no masks, because even I needed to decompress. I needed to speak to him on a level which he understands me. Two men training together, valuing the same thing, not sat behind desks where they tell you success should be miserable, overweight, dying early. Not with us, my men, not with us, brothers. We're changing the game. Whatever they say we can't do, we show them we absolutely can. I'm going to sign this YouTube out here. Brothers and sisters, women, if you're listening and you're watching, the universe is answering. All I have to keep doing is keep chasing that next step. Signing out here. See you in the next one.